Stepping out onto the racetrack for race 11, Breeders' Crown Elimination 2 for the 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters. To lead it off here, the 2 Blank. Super Chapter comes out last. Blank, Andrew McCarthy, Marcus Melander, SRF Stable. Holly Lane Stud, East Limited. 3 is Big Shoes. Yannick Gingras for Ron Burke, Burke Racing Stable. Weaver Bershemi, Knox Services. 4, Maximus Miras. It's Scott Ziron for Lucas Wallin and Shell Magna Anderson. Go Dog Go, number 5, Todd McCarthy. Carter Pinsky trains for Wiseman Farms and Al Lipfeld. Elan Hanover, number 6, Tim Tetrick for Jeff Collifer and Pollock Racing. 7, Montserrat. It's Dave Miller for Andrew Harris, William Pollock, and Bruce Harriman. Happy Jack B, number 8, Oki Svanstad, trains and drives. Owned by Nastrom, Wolfgang, and Joe Sobraco and Jaff Racing. First 4 in the official order finish, plus Maryland, and the official 5th place finisher with the highest earnings advance. Elimination winners draw posts 1 through 6. The 1 Super Chapter there coming out last with Dexter Dunn for Marcus Melander, Jeff Snyder, and Arthur Pronte. This elimination sponsored by Brittany Farms. Race 11 offers Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, and a Pick 3. And Super Chapter is 3 to 5, who dominated the Kentucky Sire Stakes final from post 8 in 152-1 and came right back off a 6 scratch to take a new mark of 152. The 4 Maximus Miras at 5 to 1 took only 3 starts to be a Bluegrass winner from post 7. Then was a runner-up to 4 today. It's a 1-4-3 as Dexter Dunn looks for 4 in a row.
Right you are, Ken Wargadon. Super Chapter. Dexter Dunn looks for his 4th consecutive win on the card for trainer Marcus Melander. Is he going to get it?
You know, this is probably maybe the likeliest winner out of all the 3 that he's had,
maybe
right?
It's the one you want to go off, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've seen some favorites go down, but Super Chapter, really, really nice trotting colt, and one of 2 Chapter 7s that Marcus Melander has. And if this one puts forth a pretty good performance, it's going to be interesting to see where Dex decides to go next week. I know he's got some other decisions to make in other divisions, but Super Chapter, he's looked super, and Maryland's just been great all season long.
You know, John, I can't help but ask you, we started today with 3 straight favorites. Since then, favorites have gone 1 for 7, and the one that did win paid $7 and change. I expected a lot more form on today's card.
Yeah, you know what? We're still seeing. We're not shocked that any horses have been winning though today.
They're not long shots. That's true.
I mean, maybe aside from Sound Judgment, but Sound Judgment, not one that I was really. I wasn't surprised to see her win per se. But a lot of horses who really figured. But some other horses who were chalk, they deserve to be chalk. But again, not a surprise that they went down. Let's just say that.
Super Chapter is a very, very likely winner here. Right now, 4 to 5, looking for a 3rd win in a row. But I included on my pick 4 ticket number 4, Maximus Miras S for Lucas Wallin. I really like those 2 lines that I see, and they came after 2 winning lines.
Yeah, his career debut, well, here on the Meadow, not his career debut, but his first time that he raced here at the Meadowlands. I mean, he got shook loose off the rail pretty late in the mile, but he trotted up really well, so you could see that the talent was there. I remember interviewing Lucas Wallin that evening, and he was so intrigued to see what this colt could do on a big track, and he's really certainly impressed. Listen, a 2nd place finish to Super Chapter, the way he looked last time out over at Lexington. I mean, that's a really, really good effort. He draws well. I'm just excited to see what kind of efforts he can put forth because only 4 starts of his career. This is going to be number 5, so there's a lot of potential there.
I just came to the conclusion that no matter what, you were going to get value on number 4, Maximus Miras, because number 1, Super Chapter, was bound to be overbet off those 2 wins.
Absolutely. There's 2 colts, even one next door to him, Go Dog Go. That's another colt who I think has a lot of value here at 7-2. If you think he's got a lot of ability, it just isn't going to put it together, right? We know Super Chapter, he's looked impressive. He's taken the bulk of the support. He's going to go off even shorter come post time. But, I mean, Go Dog Go, how about him? He's adding trotting hopples today. He should have been a winner in back-to-back starts. He made a miscue at the same spot down the stretch, and you know, it's just his mind. I was talking to Carter Pinsky, and trainer Carter Pinsky said he's just doesn't have it all there mentally yet. A lot of raw speed, just has to work on some things upstairs, and I think hopefully the trotting hopples, well, that's what he's hoping for, that maybe he can put it together, stay trotting, because this is a colt with a lot of speed.
I understand that Dexter came from off the pace with Swingtown, but to me, it looks like the track is for lack of a better term, breaking down and being a little more forgiving to horses racing on the front end. Is that true?
You know what? I don't buy the track bias personally, though, Dave. I don't buy there's a track bias whatsoever. We just saw a few record miles today, right? With horses especially doing it on the front end. So for me, I think that maybe some horses are getting beat who are on the front, but they're going some pretty quick panels. I think I think it's mythical, but that's just my opinion.
I know you like me and you love Oakers Fonstead Trotters. Happy Jack B. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. A nice speed score in the Bluegrass back on September the 26th at the Red Mile in 154-1. Came back with a loss after going to 3/4 in 124. So I look at that as quite possibly a forgivable effort?
Absolutely. I do think it's a forgivable effort, and I think that Oka's going to look to be aggressive off the gate here despite post number 8. You know, I think he just tried to test the speed a little bit. We know that horses tend to go a little bit faster on that second quarter at the Red Mile because the backside is a little bit downhill. So when horses do, make a quarter pole move or do go on the lead, they're going faster than maybe they anticipate or even realize it. So that's why you see a lot of these fast second quarters there. And of course, turning for home in a long stretch, some of them are going to get pretty tired. I think that's what happened with Happy Jack B. But it's good to get stretched out like that. It really is. When you come back in, obviously he's got a quicker mile under his belt, and I think that's going to bode well for him here this afternoon and even going forward.
You know, you and I love to debate what the final odds are going to be, because that's one of my favorite things, and obviously you do the morning line here. A horse like Super Chapter, my predicted final odds was 1-2. So does he become value for you at 4-5 if that holds up?
No, I wouldn't. You know what? Because I think that other horses have some talent, I wouldn't even take 4-5 on this guy. I know there's a lot of talent there, but we did see him make a miscue from the rail. And again, I like the draws better for Maximus Mears and Go Dog Go. I think they've got a lot of talent. For me, it wouldn't be value, but I do think that he's going to be tough if he's on his game.
Can Maximus Mears or Go Dog Go pull off the upset? Super Chapter. Marcus Melander, Dexter Dunn looks for his 4th consecutive win on the card in our final Breeders' Crown elimination of the day. This one for 2-year-old Colts and Geldings on the trot. The first 4 in the official order of finish, plus Maryland, and the official 5th place finisher with the highest seasonal earnings will advance to next week's big money final. Super Chapter. Is he a winner? We'll see. Here's Ken Warkentin from the top of the stands with the call of this afternoon's 11th race.
It's post time. Trotters at the gate. Preferred equine starting gate. Rolling race 11. Breeders' Crown elimination. Sponsored by Brittany Farms. First 4 advance here from this elimination. And it's Super Chapter from the rail. Dexter Dunn right now 4-5. 5-2 on the 5. Go Dog Go. Taking strong action. 5-1 on the 4. Maximus Mears and 9-2 on the 8. Happy Jack S. Here they come. 2-year-olds off and trotting. Happy Jack S on the outside, leaving hard with Montserrat. And it's Maximus Mears stepping out sharply and looking for the lead. Outspread it here, Super Chapter. He's in the top 4 around the first turn. Blank is 5th. And then it's Big Shoes on the inside, 6th. And Go Dog Go in that 2-path now being steered in front of Elan Hanover as they trot past the opening quarter. Pressing on, Happy Jack S and Åke Svanstedt takes the lead. 27-2, used hard early here. Happy Jack S at 6-1 finally clears Maximus Mears, so yields grudgingly. It's Super Chapter right on the helmet, and on the inside that's Montserrat, and Super Chapter is 4th. And then it's Blank on the inside, 5th, followed by Big Shoes, 6th, and Go Dog Go, and Elan Hanover. And there goes Super Chapter, launched to the outside, and he picks them off like they're standing still. Super Chapter with a power sweep to the top for Dexter Dunn. And the halftime not displayed. On to the far turn they go. Super Chapter by a length and a quarter. Happy Jack B back in that second spot with 3/8 to go. Maximus Mears on the inside, 3rd as they continue towards 3/4. Montserrat 4th on the inside. Blank is 5th on the cones. Then comes Big Shoes and Go Dog Go and Elan Hanover. They're single file 3/4. And it's Super Chapter who has them seated there. 124 and 4 into the stretch. Super Chapter in front by 2. Happy Jack S is 2nd, and all out now, full out. Maximus Mears has to pick it up and looks to rally, darts to the outside, and Blank has late trot on the inside. Super Chapter needs the line. Maximus Mears with a Maximus late lunge. Maximus Mears gets up over Super Chapter. Then came Blank. Then came Go Dog Go. 152 and 4. Photo sign up 152 and 4. Number 4, Maximus Miras, first in the photo. 1, Super Chapter, second. 2, Blank was third. And the 5, Go Dog Go, was fourth. 4-1, 2-5.
Race 11, the final Breeders' Crown Dash of the day. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. A minor upset here as Maximus Miras gets the money for Lucas Wallin and Scott Zeron. Super Chapter, a Titanic brush to the lead down the backside. Looked like everything was in good order coming through the stretch as the son of Chapter 7 from the Marcus Melander barn was moving quite comfortably on the lead. Happy Jack B from the pocket could not keep up. But Maximus Miras, who sat a 3-hole around the far turn, swerved to the outside. And inside the final 16th of a mile, Scott Zeron got plenty out of the son of Chapter 7. And Maximus Miras, after a second-place finish in the International Stallion Stakes at the Red Mile, getting defeated by Super Chapter, comes back and gets a score of revenge today at a very nice price as Maximus Miras stops the teletimer in 152 and 4 in just his 5th lifetime start. He's 4 for 5 lifetime, and he's a Breeders' Crown elimination winner. Scott Zeron, Lucas Wallin, Maximus Miras, they pull off the upset in today's 11th race.
The half-mile time, obviously incorrect, and the judges are going to check all the fraction times and the finish time as well and confirm. The 4, Maximus Miras S, a brown colt. He's a 2-year-old by Chapter 7 out of Darling Mirrors by Cantab Hall, bred in Florida by Snowgarbs Guard Incorporated, owned by Shell Magna Anderson, and trained by Lucas Wallin. The money man, Scott Zeron, brings him on by. Maximus Miras with his 4th win in 5 starts, a Bluegrass winner. Maximus Miras here in the Breeders' Crown Elimination, sponsored by Brittany Farms. John Campbell with the trophy presentation, a new lifetime mark, 152 and 4 with a mighty late charge. Maximus Miras and the money man. Paying $16.40, $4.40, and $2.60. It's official. The 1, Super Chapter, second. And number 2, Blank, was third, paying $13.60 to show. The 4-1 Exacta, $30.60. The 4-1-2 Trifecta, $742. Superfecta, $182.61. 4-1-2-5 for 10 cents. Trackside interview momentarily here with John Rallis.
In the lane?
Yeah, I mean, he lacks a little experience. A lot of these other horses have 9-10 starts already, and he just had the 3 or 4. So I cut that mile, and then Dexter, when he went to move, he moved when I was really flat-footed, and he took off, and he got a good 3-length lead, and I felt like mine maintained his tail really well to there.
You know, the First time you sat behind this guy was in an overnight a month ago. I mean, what were your impressions in that start? Did you think that you had a Breeders' Crown caliber colt that night?
Yeah, the overnight was against some other aged horses, so it was spectacular to see the way he did it, to come the last quarter that he did that early in his career. But he was heavily touted before I grabbed the lines with him.
You know, for you, though, I know it's only been so few starts, but what have you noticed in such a limited time sitting behind him?
Just very graceful. His stride's beautiful. His manners are professional. He's honestly a pleasure that way. It's just a matter of how fast can he really go.
Congratulations, Scott. Best of luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, Maximus Mears, Scott Zero, and Lucas Wallin capture this elimination for the Breeders' Crown.
Once again, our replay is sponsored by Green Manalishi. His first crop including Manalishi, 6 wins in 9 starts, 152-2.